Two, one. Hi everybody, I'm Mahin, and this is your Tuesday technique for the daily Bellydance Quickies. Today we are going to be doing a basics and more segment, and our theme is going to be on hip circles. So we're going to go through a basic hip circle for our new students, and we're also going to add a couple of things and look at some little changes and different ways to use a hip circle for people who are more familiar with them. So I'm just going to put the music on, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to start out with good basic posture, feet, hip, joint distance apart. Knees are going to be soft, pelvis is neutral, ribs up, and arms out. And we're going to find all the spots of our hip circle first. So we're going to come out to the side. We're going to make sure that this comes out nice and flat. We're gliding across the knees. We're not generating our movement from our knees here. This movement is coming from here. I'm finding the other side of our hip circle right here. So here's the cross of our hip circle. And when we come forward, our weight comes a little to the ball of our feet, and our hips come forward. And as we pull back, we're pulling back from here, not letting our belt stick out the back. And so now we're going to find our way around our hip circle. So as we come around, we should feel a lot of work going on through here. Our knees are going to accommodate our movement, so they're not going to drive our movement. And finding our way around the other side. Okay, so this is a good basic hip circle. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and play side to side. So we're going to go 1, 2, around, and so we'll go flat, flat, around, flat, flat, around. And this time we're going to go flat, 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 and around, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. So it switches sides. 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to go shift side to side. We're going to let our weight shift from foot to foot. And then we're going to take our hip circle around and back. And let our weight go one foot to the other. We're still going to keep the shape making happening up here. Okay, so now the lower weight shifting from one foot to the other. You can walk a little bit. So we're going to step, 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 and stop. Step, 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 and stop. Step, 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 and stop. Now let's go back and here. So this, I'm tracing the front half of my hip circle, and I'm tracing it again. I'm just taking my arms out and in. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to turn a little bit. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to step across the front, and then we're going to draw the back half circle, and we're going to start to turn ourselves around. Back. Front half of my circle, I step onto my foot. Back half of my circle, I'm going to step back onto the other foot. 1. In this example, I'm turning in the same direction as my body. There is another turn that you can do. I call it the opposite circle turn, and I have made a separate video on that. It's a little more complex, and so this is aimed at beginners, so I'm not going to be breaking that one down here. So we're going to do one other little thing before we wrap this up today. We're going to take this little walking hip circle that we did to the side, and we're going to flip it. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to turn either on my heel or on my toe, and I'm going to turn with my weight staying on the same foot and taking my leg out, which leads me in the opposite direction. So I'm going to move over this way a little bit. So left foot, left foot, turn, like that. Okay, so I'm turning on my leg, pivoting without any weight change. So this is something that you can do in the long chain. All of these things are all built on your circle. circle, taking it apart in front halves and back halves, stepping with different parts of it or not stepping, or turning on one foot with each part. So this is just kind of a little busting out of ideas if you're just learned your hip circle about some other things that you could do and you could use it for. Another thing we can use our hip circle for is as a transition. So I want to show you this one before we go. So here, if we're using a side little push step like this, which takes the hip out to the side, we can use a circle as our transition. So if I go out, 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 I can make a circle transition here like this, and then I can go out to the other side. So in this case, the circle is being used as a connector between some other steps, like that. It's another way that you can use that. Okay, so there's a couple little things for you to play with if your hip circle is new for you. And that's what I have for you this week. And I hope you've been voting in the DBQ Bellydance Challenge. We have 5 interesting projects that are up. We have a book, a DVD, a community exercise project, a costume design business, and a choreography project. It's really diverse. So I want you guys to choose the 3 that we are going to be following through the year and see how they're doing. And you can visit my webpage down there and find the blog that says DBQ Bellydance Challenge Voting, and you can go ahead and read all the descriptions of the projects and vote for your favorite. So I hope that you will go ahead and do that. And have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!